In this episode, we tackle the Frenchman's track. We turn off at Batavia Downs and our destination is Chilli Beach, hopefully. So now we need to cross the Wenlock and the Pasco, so not a bad time of year to be doing it. This is slow going and a lot of low range work, including the use of the lockers. But we'll start this episode in the morning. We've just woken up. We're 2 k's away from one of the best swimming holes in Cape York. So we're back for another visit, Fruitbat Falls, straight after breakfast. That's not how you enter the water, Dad. Woo! Oh, that was cool. That's how you do it. So leaving the falls, I knew that we were low on fuel, especially after visiting the old Jardine crossing and Nolan's again on the way south. So we knew we had about 140 kilometers to go and we were on empty, but the light wasn't on yet. Dun, dun, dun. After such a relaxing morning, now we got a bit of anxiousness to see if we're gonna run out of fuel or make it to the roadhouse. So we know we got 20 litres left. I know we haven't been doing very well fuel consumption wise on this part of the trip, but if we can get 5 kilometers a litre, then that's 100 kilometers. So I think it's going to be touch and go. The range is 44 and we worked out we need 67. 67. Will we make it? The mistake was not putting a little bit in at the Jardine. They're doing the maths. They say 11 k's will not get me there. 7 k's. Let's see what happens when that hits. 6 k's. We'll see what happens when that hits 0. Does the car just stall? Alright, every kilometre or every metre we get now is a metre I don't have to walk because the range is 0. It just says refuel. What does that mean? We're so close. Alright, what's the sign say? 10 kilometers. We've hit tar, which means that we are not far. We made it. Yeah. Oh, don't tell me they don't have fuel. Out of order.
No, it doesn't.
It says no fuel. You have to go to Weeper. Look at that price, $2.82. But you know what? The predicament we're in, I would have paid more. So there was a lot of excitement at the fuel stop. So what pulled up next to me as I was fueling up was a big trailer with a big wooden box on it. Yes, you guessed it, a big crocodile was getting relocated. And they said that we could have a look, but no cameras. So the fuel went in, the car got put aside, we got to see an over 3 metre crocodile alive in a box. So the kids and Shell was so excited. But in all that excitement, I forgot to even look at the Bowser to see how many litres we'd just put in. It's a shame because that would have been really good knowledge to have after having driven with no range left for so long. Oh, there's always next time, hey? Hopefully not. So we'd met 2 vehicles coming back to Batavia Downs. They'd gone in and camped at the top of the hill leading down to the Pasco, and they basically made their mind up not to tackle it. They just said it was quite difficult. So we knew we were traveling for 3.5 hours one way to that spot, and the chance that we might be traveling back. The whole way in, I was quite nervous because the way they described it, it sounded undrivable or impassable. So it looks like the first obstacle will be the Wenlock.
Down, down.
And it was the year that Cyclone Bobby hit the top end, but just before he did hit, we crossed the Wenlock, as we're about to here now. And we met some travellers not far from here that were heading to Chilli Beach. And yes, a 2-wheel drive. It's a Volkswagen thing, he called it. So this crossing westward didn't pose a problem, even though the Volkswagen needed a little push. And Kevin never saw those thongs again, even though on our way to the next crossing I said to him, you'll get them tomorrow, nobody will steal them.
Get over and push him, go, go, go. Go and push.
He's got to say over there.
We'll cut back to this trip just now and see us getting through. So the setup we've got with all the weight on the roof and the sway bar in the front hooked up, it really makes hard going in these ruts and the side angles.
Going wide.
A lot more thought to my line is needed. Crossed it, very little water, and then we've got a sandy climb out. It's not as steep as what we just came down. I've got a locker in and I'm in high range. Listening to that turbo work. Nice. And then we've got some little wombat holes. So we are that far into this track now. The turning around for us just wouldn't be an option. So I can understand the disappointment of the two vehicles we met at the turnoff that were airing up, that had actually driven still a little bit further than where we are, camped the night, and then decided to head back, to backtrack. That's 7 hours worth of traveling to be airing up where you aired down in the very same spot. And that track that made them retreat is what we're about to see. I'm not gonna lie, I'm nervous. I'm nervous because two cars gone out. I've been caught up here before, and it's not this. This isn't the scary bit, but probably worth filming. Yeah, the sun's just disappeared. It's looking gloomy. Track. I should be right. Just pull your mirror in. I should be right. Let's just see. I'll stay in.
Pull your mirror in.
Pull your mirror in and we'll see. How close am I all the way?
We've got a little bit of room.
That close clear. We're good. Right?
Yep, you made it.
Oh dear. Yes, we are remote, and yes, if something breaks, there's no mechanic nearby, so it can be a bit daunting. For me, it's just something I've always done. I've always been able to get a vehicle out or get it home. It's very important to know your vehicle, learn the weaknesses, and practice fixing things at home. This is not a place where you want to start learning how to fix something and making sure to carry the relevant spares that you do need for those fixes. Again, watching this back, and I remember driving the thing, that just so happy with it. It may not do many things perfectly, but it does everything well. Just saw a bunch of guys on quads and side-by-sides. We're 20 minutes away from the crossing and two of them follow us. And they said, "No, you'll be right." Apparently that's not as deep, but it's rocky. So be big wheel lifts and stuff getting down into it. And 80 just did it. And then probably have to winch the other side. But there is a backup plan if we fail. And we don't have to go all the way back out. But that was pretty fun. They all stopped and had a chat. Said they love our videos. And the main guy we were talking to, he's got one of these. And Yeah, he said you'll do it. So, let's see when we get there. Now I'm a little less nervous. We've got 20 more minutes to wait. Kids are starving. The sun's back out. And yeah, we'll see soon.
Trying to stay up high.
Another example here of how exaggerated the angles are on the vehicle with so much weight in the tray and on the roof.
Your lift. Flex.
I've got a YouTube channel, I have to do it. That's what I said to them. But anyway, this guy didn't listen. So this is the drop down to the Pasco. As scary as it potentially may look, low range. We're going to throw the lockers in, we're going to hold it in first gear. When we got to the top and I looked from above, I walked down and oh my goodness, I was licking my lips, I was clapping my hands together. This looked unreal. So the visions I had in my mind of it being something like, you know, Palm Creek or Gunshot where you're going straight down in one hit, couldn't have been further from that. This was a beautiful rocky drive and right up my alley. This is the sort of four-wheel driving that I learnt to wheel on. The endless weekends down Yowell, the Coolindale side where you had that descend down to the water and then at the end of the weekend back up. So similar. I did get spooked a bit by a few people saying, yeah, you won't get through. I actually don't really see a problem with any of the lines. I really enjoyed this drive, so picking a line down what seemed like an endless descent and sticking to it. Knowing the width of the 79 helps because as soon as you lose track of your line and where your wheels are, that's when the diff rocks come into play. So hot here. Alright, so up here, I'm going to stay tight left. This section's a bit gnarly because going to want to throw me over and then there's a big boulder on that side. I've got to come up high and try not to hit that boulder. I'm going to go on a big side angle. That's the problem with it. I had faith in the car and it was just so easy. No clutch to depress, it was just brake and accelerate. An absolute pleasure and done with ease. We met another convoy of two vehicles in 75 series they were.
Really?
They had a side-by-side buggy down by the water and they were contemplating bringing the cars down. And I thought that I'd made that top section look quite easy. We didn't really get stuck or need to realign once. And instead of making them want to do it, they decided against it. I mean, this was a remote track. If something was to have happened, it would take a lot of thinking to sort out. But coming across from the west side to the east side is considered harder because this downhill section becomes your uphill climb. But something that didn't get the credits and accolades of some of the other mods we did is this cheeky kid's storage bag. It kept everything dry and dustproof in all the different weathers that we had. It was opened many times during the day as we had our recovery gear and things that we needed every day in there. If you're after a storage bag, don't look past the cheeky kids one. So on this descent, just when you think you're at the bottom, there's a slight left-hand kink on the track And then the last section is just rocks, rocks, rocks. It's awesome.
Flex. Big stuff in here.
I can just imagine coming from the other end. It would just be an amazing drive. For the experienced and the well set up rigs, I think this would be a really good climb. Very doable in the dry, 100% doable. So back to our earlier trip up here, we get to the Pasco quite late and we decided to camp at it. So that night, Cyclone Bobby hit the top end. So much rain, so much water, and you guessed it, we were stuck. So it looks like we're gonna have to backtrack. We're back at the Wenlock, so we're in between two flooded rivers. We did try to wait it out. And look what we're making. NZ cookies in the bush. But then we found a bypass track, so we took it after days of being stuck between the two, having no food left. So you may be asking, where is that Volkswagen thing? This was a little recon run that I did to make sure I could get through, and then we ran out of battery power, but I snatched the little yellow thing through this to get him across. But don't worry, they survived. And we got to visit Cape York one more time before the Hilux got on a boat and went to Cairns, and Kevin and I went for a little visit up to Thursday Island before 2, heading back to the mainland. An eventful trip, but not one that I have planned for this time round.
So Mum's driving, Dad's directing, and we've got
So we
the
need Shell to
cable out.
drive this for the fact that I need to tell her where to go.
And you need to be there to get the cable out.
You need to
Are you filming me filming you?
No, I'm trying to get you across because Mum's driving. There's too many big diff rocks in here. I need eyes in the water. So, you're good? Your lockers are on, yes. So we need Shell to drive this for the fact that I need to tell her where to go. You need to come in here like this. Drive it, just drive it. No brakes, just drive. Drive, drive. Nice, nice and easy, beautiful drive. Come to me a bit, come to me. Okay, straighten up, straighten up. All right, at that line, just keep going. Beautiful drive, keep going. Nice, a little bit left, 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 beautiful. Right, drive, you missed the dig, oh nice, you missed the big rock. Woo! Keep driving. Nice. Woo, well done, Mum. She'd rather drive that than get eaten by a crocodile. Is she going to drive the next section? How do you feel? Was that awesome?
Do you know what?
What?
After all those years, you still didn't drive the Pasco.
Oh no, I still haven't driven it. I've got to go back and do it. Oh dear, she's made a point. Well done. I can't believe she did. I can believe she did it. She's awesome, your mum.
I don't know what you're worried about.
What do you mean?
That was easy.
It was easy. Well driven. What do you got there? All right, let's get up this section. That was probably one of my favourite downhills to a creek crossing, and then they said that this is really difficult too, but if that's all it is, somebody's already done some rock packing for me and we should walk this. Double locked, low one, go the auto.
Come on, Dad.
We might have celebrated a bit early though. There's a doozy of a hill here.
It's going to be off camber. It's going to be angle though.
I think it's okay. Well, I've got the winch out. You want to just throw a winch on it? We've come this far. If you link this hole,
Yeah.
we come into this, it'll pick the wheel up and drive on. I know we're looking at it because it looks scary because there's a big hole here, and if we roll into the abyss, but it's a big hole.
What about if I throw some of those rocks in?
That's rock packing. Let me drive it. So a summary of the day, and I feel that the 79 excelled. It did an amazing job while picking wheels up here, there and everywhere. It got us through unscathed. Took in all the punishment.
Woo! We're left! Easy.
That's how you do it.
That's how you do it.
To drive through it.
I wasn't even worried.
So this next little period we're going to be travelling, I think it's 10 kilometres. Water would just be hurrying down there. Hopefully about to hit the eastern beach. We still got these shenanigans where we have to slow down back in a low range and get the job done. Changed again. Really need to do some weeding here. It's okay, you wrap the car, right? Oh, is it an old joke now? Nobody's laughs anymore.
No.
We're on a big side angle.
It's not that big, Mum.
Oh, I'm getting water dripping on my feet.
It's not that big. Mum is screaming.
Mum's used to it now.
Wait, what do you mean you're getting water on your feet?
From the aircon. Well, Mum drove, so hopefully there's no water in anything. Look at this transition. The red dirt with pebbles, quite big, to white sand. Amazing. We still haven't seen any sign that we're near the coast, except the white sand and the wind. So that's the top of my bonnet sitting on 35. So have a look at that. That's huge. Look at her, how happy is she? She got to drive the Pasco. We made it today. We don't have to backtrack. Oh, she makes my heart sing. A tar road. Which way do we go? So this tells us we don't have to go back the way we came to get out of here. We've been pretty lucky with the weather, haven't we? 47 plus 4.7. So yeah, around the 52-ish. That's how long Frenchmans is. And we did it solo. One family in one car. But once again, we were lucky to come away unscathed, and we get to see an amazing track that Cape York had to offer us. Not only see it, but conquer it, or should I say, Shell conquered it. She was the one that drove the Pasco. The Iron Ranges National Park, coming into Lockhart where we veer left to go out onto the beach. Or we think we do. So I've never been here before. So excited though. Blowy, like everybody's told us. Paradise in the north. It's like real rainforest type camping. There's a walking trail. We saw the other end of that. Oh, is that it? Wow, another happy hour. We've got more of this fancy cheese, crackers. Well done, kids. We conquered the Frenchmans. Solo too.
Solo?
Yeah, not solo, no, sorry, that's Fanta, but solo, I mean like only one car, so the four of us. So that was a cheers. Cheers, Shelley, for a great drive. Cheers. Mum drove the actual Pasco River. A little bit of a spot here, and then visit the beach in the morning. Yep, cucumber with a cheese for sure. Just want to show viewers that there is full of water. I did not drive the river. We do not have light on that now. So we're getting worse and worse.
What other problems can you blame to Shell?
Oh, no, stop blaming. It's just fact. It was working before it went in the water. Okay, cucumber. Whoa. Cucumber, cheese and jats. Does it get any better? Is it Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday.
So tomorrow's grand final day. Brisbane Broncos versus Melbourne Storm. We need to be somewhere. I'm going for Brisbane Broncos because I hate the Melbourne Storm. And we're up in the Cape, so we're in Queensland. So we've got to find somewhere where we can watch it with some locals and cheer them on. High tide in here. High tide. Oh, it's rusting already. Need a torch to see what other carnage has happened in here. Oh, the Breville's wet. We have wetness. Oh, bearings, my wheel bearings. They're wet before they even went in. All right, note to self, nothing waterproof in this box. Wow. All my wheel bearings are all wet. rusting, brand new ones. But all the Makita stuff's dry. We're gonna dry this stuff up. So we've had happy hour. Kids have had veggies, some halloumi cheese. Shell's making up an amazing salad, and we're gonna have steak again. We are starting to feel like we're rationing now, coming towards the end of the trip. But thanks to Paul and Tisha and having their freezer, we were able to keep a lot of meat frozen. Another camp, another family night around the fire. The test on the bench. Oh, look at that. Yummo. Wait a minute, there's gonna be nothing for dinner. The happy hour just didn't stop. And well, the house reno update, well, there'll be no more. We are done. So the TV room, there you go, Team Bullet on the big screen. We've got the floor done, the couch is in, we've got art on the walls. I've got a temporary desk that I've mocked up. We're still going to put a nice top on that next year, drawer fronts, end panels, etc. I've got my new workstation upstairs now. There's only a few little things downstairs to do now. Cody having a crack. Oh no, he's on the cable. Michelle's got her workspace now for the couple of days a week that she doesn't go into the city. We'll probably put a bit more joinery on that wall. A rug on the floor. Join us next episode. We've still got plenty more to see in this series. I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, thanks for watching.